Hello and welcome to Afternoon Tea. Today we'll be talking to Mrs. Janet Sios about the beginner's workshop on fashion design that will be held in Port Moresby. Thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here again.
So can you tell us, how did this workshop come about?
Yeah, basically we had that major event last year in August. PNG Fashion Week was introduced into Papua New Guinea for the first time. It was an inaugural event at the Stanley Hotel, and it was quite successful. We had 7 designers on that time, and they presented all their fashion design. It was quite well received by a lot of Papua New Guineans, including our models and our photographers, our artists, all took part in the event, and it was quite a success last year. So the outcome of all of that is these workshops, and we'd like to start with 2 workshops that we've planned. The first one will be the beginner's workshop on fashion design by a well-known designer in Sydney, Faye Lepo, and she'll be running the workshop. She's basically guiding people how to design and put together a collection, and using computer techniques to do that. Wow. As well as doing basic drawing and things like that. So very much encourage a lot of our Papua New Guineans to take part in it. Those that are interested to get into the fashion industry. Industry in Papua New Guinea is very new. And of course Fiji Fashion Week has been running for 10 years, and many others in the world have been running for a long time. But for us, 1,000 tribes, 1,000 way of doing things, a lot of designs from each provinces, and people don't realize that that is value. That is, you can convert that into money. And okay, this workshop is part of our allowing people to get their designs of their culture, their way of doing it into fabric, yes, and then making it into money.
So it's an avenue for the average Papua New Guinean to get into fashion.
Yes.
Wow. So when is this workshop?
So the first one will be the 17th and 18th of April. At the moment we were looking at Shady Rest, but we're moving it to Lamana, because Lamana wants to be able to support us. So we're going to be having them at the Lamana Hotel. And then the 2 days afterwards is one on beginner's workshop on fabric printing. Okay. So it's actually like practical ways of putting the designs onto fabric. Block printing, stencil printing, freehand printing. We're lucky enough to have Cecilia, one of the established designers in Samoa. She's coming over with one of the block guy that does the blocking to come over and teach our people how to do printing on fabric. On fabric.
Yeah, so when is that one?
That will be the day after, 2 days after. So that whole week from the 17th to the 20th is the workshops. Wow. And I'm excited about them coming, and they'll be bringing little things that will help the women to do the actual workshops, like the sponge rollers and paintbrush. They'll be bringing some of that, and the women can have access to that to help them in the training.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So are there any other people that will be coming apart from Faye? I think there are some other designers that are coming in.
And that's a good news that I would like to tell our Papua New Guineans that are getting into fashion industry. Well, by the way, these 2 courses that we're running on that 1 week, Lay have expressed interest. People from Lay have expressed interest, and we're thinking of bringing it across to Lay as well. These 2 ladies want to go there, and Kokopo. So if there's enough people that can allow them, guarantee them to go there, we will bring the workshops there. But the next lot of people that are interested to come are people in the industry, well established. We've got Hap Phil from Fiji, and he's 25 years in the industry. He's an established designer. He's resigning from his job in Fiji. He would like to come to Papua New Guinea. Oh, wow. And he's making a long-term commitment to set up an institute or academy in fashion design. And we are facilitating to come into Papua New Guinea. And he's also, of course, he's going to come in May and start some training. And we've got Sarika Young from Australia. She's an established model. She's got modeling agencies throughout Australia. Wow. She is interested to set up a modeling agent in Papua New Guinea to give our models the opportunities they need to get into modeling professionally. So we are happy to announce that as well as part of our ongoing work to develop this industry and and make sure that people take advantage of getting their designs onto fabric and making money out of it.
True, yeah, because it's not about the fabric only. Of course, you've got to think of the models and a pathway for them too.
Yes.
So apart from those two, are there any others that we'll be visiting?
I think for the time being we've got these, and as I said, we will be looking at the long term is to set up that institute so that people know that there is a permanent place they can go and do training and advance their interest in these areas. We've received some interest also a few days ago from Australia. There's a company that wants to literally come in and partner with us.
Wow.
And we are happy to work with anybody that is interested to advance this industry in Papua New Guinea. Mr. Maro, the Minister for Trade, has literally given us his support verbally, and of course he's commissioned some work into looking at it so that we can develop the industry properly. And we are excited, and I think for me it is a pleasure to be able to work with people like these, overseas people who are interested to develop our industry together, and I'm here to facilitate them and
that's fantastic.
Make it happen.
Yes.
Yes,
that's great. It's an industry that we definitely want to see boom here in the country.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.